Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John. This is MacLeod, and welcome to a very special channel update. Very big channel update. You've got just some Red Faction Guerrilla to keep you entertained while I'm doing this channel update for you. I think this is from part like 6, something like part 6 of the Red Faction Guerrilla run through. I just kind of wanted to have some stuff on in the background, so whizzy, bangy, explodey explosions, which is good for now. It'll do for the moment at least. So yes, very important channel update. Exciting news, really exciting stuff. I had my first meeting with YouTube in person a couple of weeks back now. So YouTube, they actually meet in person channels that get to a certain size. Normally it used to be like about 100,000, but recently they've started doing it to smaller channels. So as we're approaching 50,000, we actually got invited in, and I got to go along to Google's offices in central London and meet up with one of the YouTube reps and have a chat about the channel, which was great because he knew all sorts of interesting things. He told me all about the cards, those new things that appear in the top right and come down, and kind of gave me some advice for the channel. It was really useful. But one of the things that he kind of pointed out that we obviously could do to improve, and that's kind of what brings this video today, is he pointed out as a channel we're very male, we skew a little bit older. And that's great. That's been a great audience so far. The problem is, apparently, I'm told the fastest growing demographic in YouTube at the moment is actually teenage girls. I've been thinking a lot about how we can keep this channel growing, and I feel like we're not appealing to this group enough. We really do not have very many of them that watch the channel. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference, to be honest, but I've just decided it's time that we did a bit of rebranding. I've been meaning to have a spring clean anyway, so as it's spring, let's do that. So let's just go straight into the first video that I've made for this new wonderful era for the channel that I'm really hoping can take us to much bigger places. Hello many a true friends, I'm John and welcome to our brand new series, Let's Play The Sims 2. I love The Sims 2, I love how it's got no violence and no swearing and no point. Anyway, let's start a new game, shall we? I think we should dive straight into a household and see what problems we can sort out for these people. So here we are in the Pleasant household. I like this household. So apparently there's a few people with a few desires that we can try and fulfill. And while I'm trying to fulfill these, I want to get to some of your letters. Thank you so much for writing to me over the past week. I've got several of your letters here. I'm going to try and get through a few of them today. So the first letter comes from Sarah from Middlington on Wold. Sarah writes, "Dear John, a year ago I met a boy called Matt and we started dating, but last week he broke up with me and I just can't stop crying. I feel so depressed. How do I ever feel normal again? Sarah." Well, Sarah, I'm sorry to hear it sounds like you're in a lot of pain right now. I know what that feels like. The important thing is that you start to feel better, and the best way that you can do that is alcohol. Because alcohol really just helps cheer you up. Now, you may currently be in a country where you're not allowed to drink alcohol. If that's true, move to a better country, because there'll be plenty of countries where you are legally allowed to drink at whatever age you are at the moment. It's like, try Britain. You're actually allowed to drink quite young here, and what's more, booze is cheap, like really cheap. Like, you can go to Tesco and get a big bottle of vodka for like a few pounds, and that'll keep you going for quite a while until you start building up a tolerance, at which point it won't last you that long. But, it'll still last you a fair bit, and that will just work wonders for you. You will forget all of your problems after you've had quite a bit of that vodka. So that's what I'm going to recommend to you, Sarah. Alcohol. Lots and lots of alcohol. This next letter's from Tia from Idaho. Well, first, Tia, thanks for writing to me. Let's find out what's in your letter. "Dear John, there's a boy I really like at school, but I don't even know how to approach him. What's the best way for you to start a conversation with someone you're interested in?" Well, Tia, luckily, I'm very good at that, and I've got a very good foolproof strategy that should work for you. All you need to do is something like this. "Claire!
What?
Come here!"
Whoa, what do you want?
There you go, just like that. Thanks for writing in, Tia. Oh, no, I hate to stop the letters mid-flow, but unfortunately there's something I just have to share with you, and that is my new haul video. This is very exciting. I've been wanting to do one of these haul videos for a long time, so let's just cut straight to that, shall we? Hello many a true friends, and welcome to my first haul video. My first haul video is stuff that I've got from my haul from Boots today. Boots is a pharmacy in the UK for those of you in the US. I'm very excited that I've picked up some really cool stuff from Boots today. Now the first thing I've got from Boots is a bar of soap, and that's pretty much all you need to keep clean. Just add some water to that, and that's pretty much all that you need to keep clean. Everything else is just pulling double duties with soap, so just go with soap. And the second thing that I got from Boots in my haul today is deodorant. So once you've used the soap and then dried off a bit, just use the deodorant, so once you're smelling alright, you kind of keep smelling alright. And I didn't get anything else because everything else would be pretty bloody pointless. Really, you don't need anything but soap and deodorant. Just go with soap and deodorant. That's all you really need. That's fine. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and back to the letters. This next letter comes from Tamara from New York. She writes, "Dear John, I've just started my period and I'm too embarrassed to tell my parents. What do I do?" Well, Tamara, I can understand why you're embarrassed. It's pretty damn embarrassing, so I definitely wouldn't tell your parents or any of your friends. You're pretty much going to have to deal with this by yourself. But luckily, I do have some tips that might well be able to help. The first thing that you need to consider is I wouldn't use anything that you can buy from a shop to deal with this, because I've read about this thing called like toxic something syndrome, so I'm pretty sure that any form of maxi pad or tampon will kill you. So I wouldn't use any of them because, you know, choose life. Choose life, Tamara. Choose life. Thanks for writing. And my final letter comes from Lucy from Turkmenistan. Lucy writes, "Dear John, I told my best friend Laura that I was interested in a boy at school, and she promised that she'd help me get together with him. But now she started dating him instead. How am I going to get over this betrayal? Can I ever be friends with her again?" Well, Lucy, as someone who's a fair bit further on in life than you, let me give you a little bit of a secret, which is when you look back at this event in about 10 years' time, you're going to find that it seems very, very petty. It's going to seem very, very unimportant in the grand scheme of things what you did when you were as young as you are right now. But then 10 years after that, you're going to look back at this period and think, oh god, I've wasted my youth and now I'm old and now I'm aging and I'm visibly aging. I'm declining every single day. Why does everything hurt? Oh god, why do I ache? Am I starting to suffer from arthritis? And then you're going to regret. You're going to regret everything that you did. You're going to regret everything you did when you were young. You're going to regret all of your decisions. You're going to regret not studying as hard or doing as many clubs, not making more friends or staying in touch with your friends or learning a musical instrument or otherwise taking advantage of large amounts of freedom. So basically what I'm saying is you probably ought to start neurotically second guessing yourself, because in about 20 to 25 years time, you're going to hate yourself no matter what choices you made, because you're just going to wish whatever you did, you'd done something else instead. So have fun with that, and good luck. And just one last thing for you today, friends, and that is my book review for this month. The book I'm reviewing this month is Robert Harris's Imperium, a story of Cicero at the end of the Republican era. It's got a very good cover, pretty damn weighty. I've got a spider here ready to test the book on. Yeah, that bastard's not getting up from that. So yeah, did well. 9 out of 10 would use again. So that's, I think, all we've got time for today, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately. But do keep an eye out for some of the brand new series I will be starting over the coming weeks, such as my series where I'll be making cupcakes that loosely look like certain geeky things if you kind of squint at them a bit, using the aid of large amounts of food colouring. And a series of vlogs where I'll be talking about my day-to-day life, but obviously exaggerating key details and making up stories to make them sound more witty and interesting than they actually were. Please do remember to follow me on our new Many a True Nerd Tumblr, and you can download my new single, You're Already Absolutely Perfect, from SoundCloud, link in the description below. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching, thank you very much for listening, Many a True friends. I've been John, thank you very much, and so long. People say that you should change, and sometimes they sound like they've got legitimate criticisms, but don't listen to them even though you're only 15, because you're absolutely perfect the way you are. The way you are. terrible life choices that you've already made, you should definitely stick with for the rest of your life. Make sure you don't listen to anyone else.